Welcome back to In My Sister's Corner.
Hey, will voices find their stage?
Beauty knows no name.
And communication eases pain. So, one question I pose to us: what do you feel is one of the biggest hindrances when it comes to friends? What is one of the biggest obstacles that you feel like hinders a relationship with people that you may try to be friends with?
I don't like
And
people.
okay, that hey, that sums it up. That's yeah. People.
Right? For me, I don't trust easily. Like I feel like everybody may have that intention, and maybe that's something I shouldn't think. But getting hurt, like burned in the past, I just assumed that from people until they prove me wrong. But I'm like, okay, what she gotta, I tread lightly when it comes to like a new friend. I'm
Mhm.
just like, okay, I get into it, but I'm like, okay, we probably gonna fall out probably like another month or so. I think I be too bunch in my head when it comes to things like that, which I probably need to get, what I'm saying, do better at. But I guess it's just a protective mechanism that I have.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For me, it's a
Absolutely.
combination of what Alexa said, but it's also this is the exterior people see this little package of me.
Mhm.
Bubbly personality, the straight walking individual. And I think I want a friend who just I'm able to let those walls down with. Here's the issue I have is that it's the fear of the judgment. You're getting to know someone and you think they're a good friend, but as soon as you start let them that wall's down, they see the imperfections. Will they start judging or not really care for that vulnerable person? Because once I let my walls down,
Mm.
it's a vulnerable person behind these walls.
Mhm.
It's a mess of a person behind these walls.
Mm.
And I think
Absolutely.
I'm kind of afraid that that person will come in and see that messy state and then either A, not stick around, but then talk trash about me behind my back,
Mhm.
or not be a true friend that I need. So for me, it's kind of that protective state as well. But it's just because it's the package that you see. It's a mess behind that. And I want a friend who's like, okay, we're both messy together.
We can clean it up
Um,
together.
yeah, let's be messy together, but then let's help clean up our mess together. Okay. And
Of
that's kind
course.
of the fear, the thing that hinders me from allowing it. I think plus past experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hindrance. It
Mm-hmm.
protecting yourself.
It plays a big role in.
What about you,
Absolutely.
Vanessa?
I would probably say it's not a personal hindrance for me, but one that I have seen with people is family. Uh, when family do not like the people that you hang out with, they will make it known.
Yes,
They
they
will most
will.
definitely make it known. Okay. And it gets to a point where people feel like, okay, so this is my friend. She's been good to me. He's been good to me.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't did nothing wrong, but this is my family. These are good people to me too. But the two are not getting along. So what does one do?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful that I've never been put in that situation. But I believe that's one situation that I've seen where I'm like, wow,
Mm.
that has to be a hard place to be when
Yeah.
you are, loving the time that you're spending with someone you're calling friend, and your family members, don't think that that's somebody that you should be, associating with. So that can be a hindrance, and when it comes to different types of friendships that are trying to be developed.
But is that healthy though? If you're in a relationship that forces you to choose between family and that friendship, is that healthy or it depends on the family and the friendship dynamic?
That can be a
That
little
is
awkward too. Like, you feel like you don't want to take them around your family, and then it could put a strain on you guys' relationship, So, and then you feel like the middle person,
mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm,
like, dang, how can I satisfy my friend and how can I satisfy my family? It's like you're in the middle. It's like tug of war. That is
absolutely,
difficult to navigate.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, Especially And there's sometimes when you, as a person, may see the writing on the wall. And sometimes in life, that's what it may take. You yourself have to see the writing on the wall for you to say, okay, this is not for me. Okay, I should not be a part of this, you know. But when you are in a situation where both parties are beneficial to you, and when I use words like that, I'm not talking about materialistic. They're beneficial to you because they love you. They're beneficial to you because they nurture you. They're beneficial to you because they care about you. That is a very, not only physical, tug of war to be in, but mentally as well. And unfortunately, we are programmed as people that we must go with our family. This is my family. They have this saying, society, has this saying that blood is thicker than water, so you feel like you have to go with your family, and then that's a friendship that you may lose out on because family members didn't like them.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is. It's very,
Very
tough.
tough. Very tough.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question then. Each of us take a turn. Do you have a time in which you can honestly say that you dropped the ball as a friend?
Wow.
Your girl dropping gems.
Getting a little deep with it.
Right.
Getting a little deep.
Right. It's acknowledgement, boy. I gotta think about that one. That I dropped.
I mean, I can go first if it gives you guys some time.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think there's one time that still to this day bothers me. So I had a college friend, very close, especially towards the end of college, who got terminally ill. And she was in the hospital and she was battling the big C. And I just had Emma, my daughter, and COVID had just hit. And she didn't have anyone to visit besides her family. And she was desperately asking people to visit. And I was calling and checking into her, but then I went to visit one time. And I just got like super overwhelmed with like the fear of, you had the big C dealing with COVID and you had the big C of cancer. It was just a lot. And after I visited her, I think once, twice in the hospital, I just stopped communication. I backed out. I just became a turtle in my shell. I had anxiety dealing with COVID and a newborn. And then I was just scared of going out to the hospital. And instead of actually talking to her, like I would have liked her to talk to me, I kind of didn't. And I felt like I dropped the ball. And to this day, that eats at me that I dropped the ball as a friend. Like that is something I typically don't do. And that was one moment I have done. And even to this day, like I'll talk to her, but I feel like that's something I really want to be able to address. And as a friend, how I didn't honor my friendship with her by being there for her in the way that I know I would have liked someone to be there for me had I been in that same situation.
Absolutely.
Well, let me just stop you there. Kudos to you, okay? Because if she don't hear it on herself, millions of people will see it, okay? And eventually, if she look at this video, she'll be like, wow, she acknowledged that in front of the world. So congratulations for acknowledgement, because the people, they lack acknowledgement. So kudos to you, because that gave me the chills. I'm like, okay, acknowledgement. Stop
playing. A little teary-eyed over here, a little teary-eyed.
Yeah, that was real and raw. Like,
thanks. I'm on my grown woman status. I told y'all. Now, bigger grown woman status will be to reach out to her.
Yeah.
That is a whole nother level. Yeah.
But when you're ready, are you ready?
True. Very true.
You ask yourself that. Are you ready?
Very, very true. Very, very true. And I think that's something I need to work through.
Of course.
But I'll keep you updated. I know I kind of set the stage for a big one, but do y'all have any moments?
That's what I'm saying, because I know I'm not perfect at all. But you got me with that one. I have to really like truly think about it. But nothing like really stands out in my head, but I know for a fact, I can tell you right now, I'm not a perfect friend. But yeah, you got me with that one. Cause yeah, I didn't think you was gonna ask that. So yeah, I can't even think of that right now. But I'm sure
That's
when my
fair.
friends be like, remember when you didn't? I'm like, yeah, you right about that. You right. Vanessa?
For me, I would say I had a very good friend. She was a very good friend. We were inseparable. Um, we didn't so much hang out outside of work, but at work we were two peas in a pod. Um, and that's another thing that I have. Well, when I have friends at work, I don't really hang with them outside of work.
Mm.
And they invite me all kind of places, but that's not something that I'm going to be doing. Absolutely not. No, we're going to be friends at work. If I happen to see you at the local Walmart, hey, how you doing? Keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But this individual was a very good friend. I know eventually I would have been feeling comfortable to hang with her outside of work. But going back to the qualities of a friend that we talked about earlier, I was displaying all these qualities to this young lady. I mean, every time I get a chance, hey friend, how you doing? You okay? How the kids doing? I mean, I would buy things for her children. I would let her, borrow money. I was that friend. And then one day I looked through my phone and then I said to myself, there's no text messages from her. There's no, hey friend, how you doing? There's no, I just got off work. Are you busy? I'm going to call you, talk for a couple minutes. There was none of that. So one day I woke up, I said, to heck with her. We're not friends anymore.
Just like that.
Yeah. Because I said, I didn't feel the reciprocation.
Mm.
And then I think one day she came to her senses and realized that, hey, I haven't been a good friend. Let me reach out to Vanessa.
Mm.
And she reached out to me, but that we want to call it ego, we want to call it pride, but that feeling I had, oh, you did this before, I'm not going to let you do it again.
Mm.
But to this day, I wish I had the balls to reach out to her and say, you know what? I miss you, friend.
Mm.
Yeah.
I miss you, man. Yes, I was upset because I feel like you weren't treating me like I was treating you, but you was good to me.
Mm.
You was a good friend. So, like you, sister, one day I hope that I'll be able, because I have the information that I can reach out to her. But one day I do hope I'll be able to reach out to her and say, hey, we might not be like we were, but can I at least know how you're doing?
I think that would be a good spin-off segment. Just, correcting right was wrong, first steps. But I mean, just to catch up and to think. I think like Alexa said last time, you guys both said, it's good that you recognize. Pride is an ugly beast.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it creeps up when you least expect it. Sometimes it rears its ugly head when you try to tame it.
Absolutely.
And it's also one of the hardest things to recognize and to change sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But the first step is to recognize. I think that's what you acknowledge. And there's things that we wish we could have gone back and done differently. I think, and I live that almost every other day. But it's like, how can you learn and how can you move forward and grow and be better from the situation?
Absolutely.
And that's just you recognizing and you reaching out for a follow-up conversation, then that is something that you've learned and grown from that situation.
True. And you guys not always gonna, like, when you have that conversation, it's not gonna be how it was, Slowly you'll get into it, but this will be like a new defined friendship, It could be a better friendship than what y'all had before, because it'd be more transparency, more just trusting one another and just being on a whole another new level. So yeah, I'm with it. I'm with the new friendship. But in due time, right?
True. True. Last question, I promise, and we can move on to our next segment. How you guys feel about opposite sex friends?
I have no problem with it.
So you have no problem with your, like, for instance, your spouse having a female friend?
No, but no new friends though. So yeah. So my husband, he have female friends, which I'm cool with. So I know of his female friends that they grew up together, so it wasn't, or they met in high school or something like that. So it's not no, oh, I met this girl the other day. No, we don't do no new friends over here. Okay. But yeah, I'm okay with the opposite sex friends. I feel like when you truly trust your spouse, there's nothing really to worry about. It's not like they texting them, like it becomes like a respect factor as well. Boundaries. You're not going to be texting the opposite sex at 10 p.m. at night either. Even though I knew y'all knew each other here growing up, we're not doing that over here. Okay, so it is a boundary level. Like, like when they do talk, it be in the daytime. It be respectful hours. It don't be at night, because it's boundaries. It's respecting your wife. So I'm cool with opposite friends.
Nah. Nah. I'm all the female friends you need in this world.
And we're not in my position. I'm not even speaking for my spouse. Just me personally. I'm not really attracted to the opposite sex as my friend. It's one of those things. Like I said, if I catch in the local Walmart, hey, how you doing? But don't you dare call my phone, tell my, hey, what you doing this afternoon? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And that's just personal. I can't explain that. I just never viewed. I don't know. I just never taken that far with the opposite sex when it comes to getting to know them. If I wasn't trying to get to know you, for more romantic reasons, then we have nothing to talk about. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
See, now I used to have male friends, but then when I realized my significant other had female friends, I said, "Oh no, why? There's no need. We don't do that over here." So then it became like, okay, so you have a female friend. Okay, that's our friend. And if she doesn't want to be our friend, then she'll be no more of a friend. So it became that. And it's not to say that I don't trust my significant other. I don't trust people, period. Okay. I don't know if your friend may turn into a drunken friend who crosses the line when they drunk, or when they lonely, when they bored. Find somebody else to play with. Not over here in this household. So that's just God ain't the author of confusion, so don't bring it over here. So we're gonna avoid all that. That's how I personally feel.
Okay. Hey.
So anything else? So you guys want to jump into our next segment?
We can jump into the next one.
Move it on.
All right. You want me to go first, Vanessa, or you got it?
I will go ahead and kick us off. Go. All right. In this segment, we have a question from someone who wants to know what she should do with her friend. Okay. And the question goes, how would you handle a situation where a close friend continuously asks for your help and advice, and you give them the best advice to your ability every time, only to have that friend ignore it and then ask the same things a few days later?
I'll stop giving it. I'll stop giving my advice, because at the end of the day, they're gonna do whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, let's be honest. Now I'm gonna be honest with my friend too and say, hey, you wanted my opinion on X, Y, and Z, but you're not taking it. So why do you feel the need to come to me and ask me for my opinion? If I just feel like I'm wasting my breath at this point. I would definitely be honest with her, and I'll tell her, like, from this point, I'm setting boundaries. You're not going to, follow what I'm saying. Like, then no, I'm not gonna, don't come to me. Like, yeah, you come to me and vent, but don't ask me for my opinion.
Absolutely.
See, I'm torn. I agree with that, but sometimes, like, if I have a conversation with you and I forget what we talked about, I'm gonna ask the same question again. I'm like, hey girl, run that conversation back. What'd you say to do again? So there's some of that. It depends. Like, if you ask me, okay, what kind of hair should I get? And I tell you, get the, this bundle. 5 days later, you be like, what kind of hair should I get? I'm like, friend, Didn't we just discuss the type of bundles?
Well, let's be honest. I believe the things that she's asking are more along the lines of my boyfriend did this to me. What should I do? I don't think it's no hair color now.
Yeah.
Then I would tell her, like, didn't we already talk about this? What we doing again?
Exactly.
So now that's how I would phrase it. I'm looking like, you're gonna figure it out. It's gonna jog your memory what we said last time, and then you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't keep running it back and back because I'm gonna waste your breath. You're gonna hurt your ears. Listen to me again.
Yeah.
Nah, figure it out.
Yeah. No. Cut it
I
out.
agree with both of you. I'm a person who I can kind of tell people how they are before I even have to speak. And there are a lot of people, like at work. There are people. There's this scenario is perfect because there's someone at work that does the same thing. Okay. Now I don't saw them. They don't went to about 4-5 people. Now they on their way to me. Okay. Now I'm sitting there watching them, ask them the question. Okay. I mean, and the person they talking to, they got their hands, they giving them some good advice. But here they come working their way to me. And right before they get there, I said, I already know what you come to ask me about. I said, but personally, I don't have any advice to give you. I said, and the only thing I can do is just pray for you. You know, you're not going to waste my time. You're not going to waste my breath. Okay. I'm person number 5, but as soon as you finish with me, you don't got your eyes on number 6. Okay. So you taking all this advice to do what? Write a book that you're not going to listen to?
She need to summarize. See who got the best advice.
Okay, so yeah. I'm not a person who will upset themselves like that. You know, you got 1-2 tries with me, and then after that, the show is over. That's enough.
That's boundaries.
That's it.
Boundaries.
You go ask somebody else now.
That's boundaries, which people need to learn. That's boundaries.
True, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I have one.
Go ahead.
So this girl wrote, I have an account. So I blocked a ghost account that was sending me very hateful messages that I should, quit. I'm a failure at life. Things are never going my way. So the person would post stories and they would reply in a passive aggressive tone. Pretty much saying, you think you're pretty, you're really ugly, or just really nasty things. And normally when you block an account, you likely are to be blocked on all your Instagram accounts that may belong to that person. So I blocked that ghost account who was being very nasty to me. But in doing so, I accidentally blocked my very dear best friend and her online stores account. Without knowing it, the person who was being very hateful and using the ghost accounts to send hateful messages was my best friend. What should I do in regards to our friendship? Found a good one.
Wow. That's hurtful. It's like, how can you get back from that? That is hurtful.
Would you say anything to them?
This is why I say trust is I don't know. I don't know. That would be a weird, that would be so, like, how do you bring that up to your best friend? How do you bring that up? And then how do you not bring it up knowing that this person is in your safe place, like your safe corner? They're so connected to you. Oh, wow.
Personally speaking, after I discovered who was behind what, she would have never heard from me again. Okay?
Amen.
We're not going to build any kind of friendship. We're not going to work on what we've lost. Sayonara, kick rocks, bye bye. Okay, how dare you?
Yeah.
Okay,
you can't come back from that.
You can't. But one thing that I will ask, not only to the person who wrote that, but to the sisters who are watching us. If something like this occurs, one thing I do want you all to do is to never respond in anger. Okay? You find out something like that, it's going to take you some time to recuperate from what you just found out.
Yes.
Because to approach them immediately is going to lead to other situations.
Mm.
And I know sometimes we feel like we ain't got time to waste. We got to go tell them right here and right now. But it's for your mental safety. So I know that is a hurting, heartbreaking thing. But if you truly want to, remend the friendship that you guys have, you're gonna have to do it after you cool down. Okay. So there needs to be a cool down period before you try to approach any talking points. Okay. Because talking about it now is most definitely going to lead to other situations. More anger is gonna come out, you know, there might be more secrets that might be, dispelled. So
Mm.
you never know. Just take the time to think for yourself, get your mental health together before you approach and say anything.
So that's a mature answer, because when you said don't respond in anger, the
Mm-hmm.
petty side of me, the immature side of me, said that I would have went
Respond.
to her online account and been like, left a comment and said, she don't make her products, she buy them from China and she resell them. Baby, I put you on blast. Oh, you want to be hateful? Okay. I'm like, they're cute, but they're China made. Turn the back, read the labels. I would have, but so that's the immature side of me. I think I honestly, truly would have just. I'm a firm believer of believe what someone shows you the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I mean, and it's a blessing in disguise. How are you my best friend, but closet hater at the same time? These snakes come in different forms. So if you truly gonna show me who you are, thank you. I'm gonna believe you. And to protect myself,
Mm-hmm.
as angry as I would have been, I probably would have wrote something and deleted it, wrote it again, deleted it again. I probably would have did the same thing. I would have just walked away.
Mm-hmm.
And that person probably would be like, oh, you're not being a friend. I probably would hit you up saying why you haven't talked to me. At that point, I probably just would screenshot and send them the message they sent to me, and with a thank you message saying thank you for showing me what I need to know.
That's
And
true.
I would have kept it pushing.
That speak 1,000 words right there by itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's what I would have done.
Oh,
But I really would have been tempted to write that comment. But we're not going to do that.
Oh, that's so hurtful.
Yeah, I mean, but unfortunately, friends. How many of us have them? Friends.
And that's the beauty about being mature or getting older. You now can learn from past friendships. Just like we learn from past relationships, we learn from past friendships. We know how and what not to do in our friendships. And that's okay. Just like relationships, if the friendship don't work out, that is okay. As long as you can stand up with your head held high and honestly say, I did everything I can to be a good friend, then you're not going to lose any sleep at night.
No. And remember, no friendship is worth losing yourself.
Absolutely.
No friendship is worth losing your peace.
Absolutely.
No friendship is worth you eating and sleeping, your mental, your physical, any type of health state that pertains to you. No friendship or no one is truly worth damaging who you are as a person to keep something that truly is sickening and unhealthy to you.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I agree.
I agree.
All right, so let's kick off with mine, being the last one.
Ooh.
Okay, so she said, my friend has been constantly making comments on my weight and is really bugging me. For the record, I have never asked for advice. She just tells me unwarranted. She bugs me with what did I eat? Did I go to the gym? Stuff like that. FYI, she deals with body issues of her own. She constantly complains she's fat and she needs to lose weight. She'll show off all the healthy stuff she's taking in front of me. Like, does she think she's better than me? Just the other day, I noticed she was feeling sad about it, and I hopped on to help make her feel better. Instead, she starts going off about what's wrong with me. I'm also single, and she's even made comments that I need to lose weight in order to get a boyfriend. I don't know. It's really the fact that I never asked for any of this that bothers me. but it's definitely been making me feel really insecure about myself. I stopped wanting to date because I feel like I'm just not attractive enough. She's a close friend, but I can't handle all of the unwarranted advice from her. Just want to know what people think. Is this friendship ending worthy even?
Tap
Mm.
me. Tap me.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sis.
Mm.
Sometimes the biggest weight loss and the biggest weight that you can dump is a friend.
Mm,
Okay. Um, hurt people hurt. Insecure people express that hurts.
yep.
She is pushing off her insecurities and her hurt on you, and you're her target.
Yep.
Okay. Friendships do not mean you're someone's punching bag, and that's exactly
Mhm,
what she's making you, her punching
mhm,
bag.
mhm.
She is trying to express her unhappiness with herself by being forceful and nasty with you. Because baby, all the healthy eating she's done, she still thickums. So what was the point of that? Um, I'm listen, cut her loose. First I will have an honest conversation with her. You
Absolutely.
sit down, you say, hey, listen, we're in the same boat, big and in charge,
Mhm,
large and all.
mhm.
Okay. There's no reason for you to put me down, to make me feel insecure, to make me, is something going on with you? Express yourself. Give your friend a benefit of the doubt to correct. Sometimes people don't know what they're doing unless you tell them.
It's true.
So give her the chance, especially if you guys been friends for a long period of time. Give her a chance to acknowledge and to correct. However, if she doesn't, if she doesn't acknowledge or she doesn't correct, then you gotta protect yourself. And the first thing in order to get healthy physically, you gotta heal yourself mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend who's continuously beating you up, beating you down, is not allowing you to heal yourself mentally, to begin changing yourself physically. Okay, they go hand in hand with each other.
They do.
So it's okay to walk away and realize until you guys can both work on yourself individually, then your friendship needs to be on a pause. And if she can or can't respect that, you're gonna have to do what's best for you. From one big
Absolutely.
girl to the next.
All
Absolutely.
right.
I agree. I totally agree. One thing that we as people we try to do, when we are changing something for the good, we think everybody else around us should be doing the same thing. Okay. So now that she eating, granola bars, she don't think you should be eating the sneakers no more. Okay.
Well, she's still big. Okay,
You
continue.
know. So instead of her saying it in a very, respectful manner, hey friend, these are good too. You should try these. And, she's doing it bashfully. She's
Yeah.
doing it, you know, very nastily. Okay. Um, and that's it's okay. If she wants you to go down this healthy eating road with her, she can invite you in a more positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But young lady, at the end of the day, nobody can tell you how to feel about yourself but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if the people around you are not respecting those thoughts that you have about yourself, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She's showing you who she is. And don't get it misconstrued that just because you've been friends for so long that her behavior is acceptable. It is not.
Exactly. Exactly.
It is not. Okay. So you're either going to nip it in the bud, or are you going to continue to let her do this and it's going to grow out of control.
Oh yeah, and I agree. Hurt people definitely do hurt people. I think when you have big insecurity, you would try to put your insecurity on another person to make them feel less than or worse than what you're already feeling. So it says a lot more about your friend who's, you know what I'm saying,
Absolutely.
telling like, "Oh, you're fat, you're this." You're like, "Come on." Like we're bigger and we're better than those things, you know.
Absolutely.
So I say cut them loose. Cut them loose and keep it pushing because when you have a friendship, your friendship should not make you feel less than. So yeah, cut it loose.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to acknowledge one thing that Vinquella said. She said to at least give her the opportunity to redeem herself, you know. But at the end of the day, we can't tell you. If you wake up one day and say, that's it, I've had enough, she's out of here, then she's out of here. Okay.
But
But
with that being said, though, don't harden your heart. So if she comes back
absolutely.
later on and changes and truly changes,
Mm.
don't harden your heart to not be open to that forgiveness and that change within them.
You're right, but
Absolutely.
keep your eyes open too. Don't be
Absolutely.
naive. keep your eyes open. Even if you forgive, you never forget how a person treated you. And that's on period. You know, but I'm going to forgive you, but I'm not going to forget how you made me feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those are some
proud
great
of us.
statements, guys. Good job.
This was definitely a good topic, guys. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, for people who don't have friends, we did really good.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely. That was a great little time we had tonight.
It was. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, as much as we enjoyed the conversation having with amongst each other, you know?
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys, you can always connect with us down in the comment section. Let us know about your friends. Let us know about situations that you had where your friends were a little shady, or let's be honest, like we were tonight, when you were a little shady with your friend. Okay? You can always email us with any ideas, any questions. But other than that, we thank you guys for watching and tuning in with us tonight. Does anyone have anything to say before we close out?
No, we're done. Bye, guys.
Bye.